Module with one input and one output that behaves like a wire. Unlike physical wires, wires and other signals in Verilog are directional. This means information flows in only one direction from usually one source to the sinks. The source is also often called a driver that drives a value onto a wire. In a Verilog continuous assignment, assign left_side equals right_side winky face. The value of the signal on the right side is driven onto the wire on the left side. The assignment is continuous because the assignment continues all the time even if the right side's value changes. A continuous assignment is not a one-time event. The ports on a module also have a direction, usually input or output. An input port is driven by something from outside the module, while an output port drives something outside. When viewed from inside the module, an input port is a driver or source, while an output port is a sink. The diagram below illustrates how each part of the circuit corresponds to each bit of Verilog code. The module and port declarations create the black portions of the circuit. Your task is to create a wire in green by adding an assign statement to connect in to out. The parts outside the box are not your concern, but you should know that your circuit is tested by connecting signals from our test harness to the ports on your top_module. In addition to continuous assignments, Verilog has 3 other assignment types that are used in procedural blocks, 2 of which are synthesizable. We won't be using them until we start using procedural blocks. Expected solution length, around 1 line. Module declaration. Module top_module. Module with 3 inputs and 4 outputs that behaves like wires that makes these connections. A-WB-XB-YC-Z. The diagram below illustrates how each part of the circuit corresponds to each bit of Verilog code. From outside the module, there are 3 input ports and 4 output ports. When you have multiple assign statements, the order in which they appear in the code does not matter. Unlike a programming language, assign statements, continuous assignments, describe connections between things, not the action of copying a value from one thing to another. One potential source of confusion that should perhaps be clarified now. The green arrows here represent connections between wires, but are not wires in themselves. The module itself already has 7 wires declared, named A, B, C, W, X, Y, and Z. This is because input and output declarations actually declare a wire unless otherwise specified. Writing input wire A is the same as input A. Thus, the assign statements are not creating wires, they are creating the connections between the 7 wires that already exist.